Is my screen visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Um, like I said earlier, I'm speaking for the my CIML track. Okay. Yeah. Um, to start this session, I would like to bring us into contact with what AI slash ML means. Um, Most of us end up confusing what AI and ML is, and I believe by the end of this presentation, we'll be able to know why you should join AI ML. Okay. What is AI? Okay, which is just short form for artificial intelligence. It's a general field of building systems that can perform tasks that require human intelligence normally. So the basis of artificial intelligence is getting machines to think like human, to perform tasks human can do, such as planning, problem solving, reasoning, understanding language, then perception. Okay, I'll be taking this one by one. For the planning, okay, planning is in plain terms we can think of it like what algorithm is, which is a step-by-step instruction to complete a task. But in this case, instead of this instruction being fixed, artificial intelligence helps the machine itself to figure out the steps and then perform them. Let's say you are a chef and then you want to cook, okay? And okay, let's say, yeah, if you're a chef and you want to cook, you have a recipe, which is step-by-step instruction. But in the case of a machine, it looks at what is available, what the end goal is, and then calculate using various different algorithms to predict what is most likely the correct steps to achieve that end goal. So basically, we have the inputs, the end goal, and then it figures what is in between. So going to problem solving, okay, it's basically discovering and finding through different possibilities in machine learning call that like the hypothesis space. It's a space, a virtual space, not real, that contains different possibilities, different pathways to achieve that. And then it finds out the one that is most likely to be correct and to achieve that set goal. So let's say, as like we were saying before, this chef now realizes there's no everything for the sauce or an item is basically missing. Okay. And the cream, you could easily like use butter and milk as a substitute. So the idea is instead of having this fixed rule of, oh, you have to have cream, the AI figures how it could the intelligence basically, it's basically how human thinks, figure out what I could use as a substitute since this is missing. Okay, which taking us to reasoning, the ability to infer. It's drawing valuable knowledge from the available. It's basically drawing logical conclusions, logical outcome from available knowledge. If you basically see a smoke coming from the kitchen, you think, oh, something is burning. That's the logical conclusion, and that is what artificial intelligence is trying to do. Okay. Also, understanding language. We have the natural language processing, the basically the NLPs. It's okay. The natural language processing takes a. So I was talking
Yes, please.
about understanding language, and we using the natural language processing, the process by which it um, understand language. Basically, it dissects the sentence into the words, identify the part of speech, um, identify the context, and strip um, each word into their base. Let's say someone is saying acts now. It strips the ed and then go back to the base and then identify the context, then make a meaning out of it, which is basically understanding the language. Then now, talking about perception is the ability to take what is happening in the environment in and then process it. Okay, like we're using the okay, and a very good example of this is computer vision. Okay, let's take Tesla for example. The self-driving car. I know they use cameras, they use proximity sensors, and then they use I think maybe sound wave too. Putting all that into context, processing it, and then making logical conclusions from it, which is the next step of action, whether to drive, stop, turn, and that is what perception is about. So now going to machine learning, it's basically a subset of artificial intelligence. It's the ability to learn patterns from data. Okay, okay, you have a cloudy day and a temperature of so, and then rain fell. Then the next day, if you're having okay, not a week later, you're having a cloudy day and that same temperature or in their range, then you will think the odds of rain falling would increase or decrease. Likely rain, it's likely rain will fall compared to any other day when the um day isn't cloudy. And that's an example of how machine learning takes in data and then makes learns from that data. So there's a saying that if you have data enough, it will show its truth. Okay. Now, in case you're wondering why you should join IQBOX, the AIML track, um, the summary is we I shouldn't have to convince you, but yeah, in everywhere now, if you look at the surrounding, not just the tech world, but it's more obvious in the tech world if you're exposed to tech. The artificial intelligence, machine learning is here to stay. It's here already. It's basically the future from software engineering to medicine to architecture to art. It's as penetrates, is penetrating and will continue to penetrate each and every segment of our world. Now, if you're not yet in, the question is, are you late? That's not something I can answer for you. But what I can say is, if you're not joining now, then you are wrong. What would the future be like if you don't have the kind of knowledge? What would I know there's a saying now that is more common now that they say AI is here to take our world, to take over the jobs. So okay, yeah. So will you be taking up your job, or will you be actually integrating it to make your job easier? And that is the reason why you should join IQBIML. Thank you very much.